It's one of my small trees that I don't really shoot videos on very often. This is Lithocarpus henryi. This is Henry's stone oak, I believe is the common name, native to China. This grows into a small tree, 25-30 feet, and it is evergreen. I bought this last year and I planted it in my front yard, and within a month we had that heat dome, and it was in a my front yard is south facing. This was kind of southwest, so this got hit with the heat in the afternoon, and my front yard apparently was too hot and sunny for this plant, so it fried to a crisp, and I ended up moving it. I believe I put it into a pot for a little while, and then I've kind of stuck it in this spot where it does get some sun, but not a whole lot. This actually flax was shading it quite a bit. So this is actually one of the most tropical looking oaks you can get. I know it looks really sad right now, but as it is starting to recover. This was the remaining growth that came out after the leaves got fried and they fell off. It kind of resprouted with that, but really the leaves should be like this. Isn't that cool? It's these really long, crazy looking leaves, and it's evergreen. It keeps it year round. This also does flower, big white, I guess, panicles of flowers. So very interesting. I've never seen one other than this one, and I've seen a couple others for sale where I bought this, but I've never seen a large one. And you can see this is the shape of the growth that came out after it got fried. It's multi-trunked, this tree here. I'm kind of leaving it alone at the moment. I want to let it grow for a while. It's finally looking like it's starting to recover. So I will kind of work on shaping it afterwards. This is some of the growth last year after I put it into the shade, and now you see the actual proper shaped leaves are coming out. So multi-stemmed, about 25-30 feet with time, slow growing, quite hardy. There are some growing in Massachusetts, zone 6, which is pretty darn cool. I think this is a very difficult tree to find though. So zone 6 to 10, I would say for those of us in the West, maybe not in full sun, part sun. That's kind of what this one's getting. It seems to be doing a lot better. Well draining soil like 99% of plants, but you want to make sure this thing gets some water in the summer. So if you're in an area like me who doesn't get rain in the summer, you may want to supplement it when it's young. But just a interesting plant. The leaves are really starting to look good kind of down there, the top part. Well, I had high hopes for this in my front yard. I thought it was going to be a beautiful tree out there, and a little too hot for it. So part sun, maybe if you're in the east, maybe with the heat and humidity, maybe you can take full sun out there with a little more rain, but my dry conditions in summer do not seem to be ideal for this tree. But we're gonna keep it here, and hopefully with time this thing will get some good size to it and help shade my house from the hot afternoon sun. And I'm hoping that once it gets bigger, it'll be more tolerant of taking on the full sun, just like pawpaws. The pawpaws are the same thing. When they're small, they're a little bit more tender with full sun, but when they get big, they can handle it. So you can find this one, Lithocarpus henryi. There's also Lithocarpus edulis, but I think this one has the largest leaves of the bunch. Anyway, just an unusual rare tree. Another nice broadleaf evergreen you may want to try, especially if you're in a cooler zone.